Since the second generation Lexus NX has been out for less than 3 years, but they've been selling the 2025 model year already. So you might think that you're interested in a second-hand, second generation NX, and in this video, we will look at resale values for the vehicles and also look at consumer reports on used car reliability. Let's get to it and see what it all means. Hey, it's LSFD here today, and today we're here to look at used vehicles. Like my NX, in my mind, it feels brand new, and yes, it still feels brand new when I drive it every day. But in reality, I've already owned this car for 2.5 years. Time really flies. In the introduction, I talked about resale value and car brand reliability, and I think it's very important for people who are looking to buy a new or used car. Resale value would be important for new cars because if you sell it, you actually hope you can get the most out of it. But for used cars, it also impacts as well, because if a new car resale value is high, you won't be getting the used car in an extremely low price because it's keeping its price. Alright, so now we're at iSeeCars. So this is another one of those that actually go and do research and looking at resale value. So here we have the best resale value SUVs for 2024. So we're only looking at SUVs because again, my focus really is just the NX. But because we're looking at SUVs, we'll look at the other brands and models as well. Alright, so let's come down. So they're saying that the Subcompact. So we're talking about a 5-year resale value. So the Subaru's Crosstrek is 73% resale value, which is actually very high, very good. The Toyota CHR is 72.9, just a little bit shy under the Subaru. And you can see that Honda HR-V, Kicks, and the CX-3 are the top 5. We have in the luxury segment, the Lexus UX, 65.4%. You can definitely see Subcompact from the luxury to the normal, like mass market, definitely sees a bigger drop in the luxury area. And then we have the GLA for 57.9, the Buick Encore 56, Land Rover Range Rover, and the Volvo XC40. Small mass market SUVs, the RAV4, 71.3, not bad as well, right? And then we have the Toyota Corolla Cross, 69.7, CR-V 68.9, Subaru Forester 65.5, the Mazda CX-5 63.8. So these are all Japanese vehicles. We flip over to the luxury small SUVs, the Lexus NX 300, 61.5. So this is the first generation NX, 61.5, not bad. Then when you look at the NX 350, which is really what replaces the NX 300, 61, so 0.5 lower, still not too bad. And then we have the NX 250, the gas-only model, 60.9. You may ask, okay, where are the hybrids, right? Well, it'll be coming lower. And then we have the Porsche Macan 60.3, and we have the GLC at 54.5. So definitely you can still see luxury over mass market. Luxury still is lower, but when you look at it, the Lexus NX takes the top 3 places in the luxury small SUVs. Let's continue down, and now we have the Midsize SUV. So now you can see that Toyota is not number 1 here. So we have the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 76.3. We have the Jeep Wrangler 73.6. These are flipovers. Toyota 4Runner 70.9. The Grand Highlander 65.5. Is it the airbags that's causing this to be a much lower number? And we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee 61.1. And then when we look at the resale value of the luxury midsize, you can also see the top 4 is Lexus. Lexus RX 350, 57.5, TX 350, 56.7, the GX 460, 56.7, and the RX 350L, 56.3. And we have the Porsche Cayenne number 5 at 53.4. So again, numbers from luxury to mass market, a big difference. But again, top 4 are Lexus vehicles in the luxury midsize. We come down here, the large SUVs. So mass market, the Land Cruiser 63.8, Sequoia 60.4, We have the Tahoe 51.9, the Yukon 50.9, and the Ford Flex 49.7. Moving over to luxury, 54.7. The all top three are the same, and we have the LX 570, the 600, and we have the G class. I think this is like the Mercedes-Benz G class, and we have the Volvo XC90 and the Buick Enclave at 45.5%. Continue down here. Now we have luxury crossovers. So this is really interesting how they've categorized things a little bit, because again, crossover and then SUVs, they seem to overlap each other here. Mass market, Subaru Crosstrek 73, CHR 72.9, RAV4 71.3, HRV 71.1, and we have the Kicks 69.7. So it seems like they are putting the two lists together and getting whatever values. So we have the luxury crossover SUV. Top four are Lexus vehicles: the UX200, NX300, NX350, NX250, 65.4 to 16.9. And then number 5, we have the Porsche Macan 60.3. Vehicles with 3 rows, okay? So RAV4 is number 1, 4Runner, Grand Highlander, Land Cruiser, and then the Grand Cherokee as the mass market. And on the luxury side, they're all Lexus vehicles: TX350, GX460, RX350L. I think we looked at these above already, and they're all around 56 to 54%. All right, we move down. Now we come to hybrid SUVs, okay? So the best resale value hybrid SUV, Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 72.2 with a RAV4 hybrid 69.6, and we have the Wrangler plug-in 69.5. We have the Subaru Crosstrek 68.9. We have the RAV4 Prime 65.6. And then we flip over here and we see the luxury hybrid SUVs, 5 years. So we have the UX250 at 62%. We have the NX300H. So we didn't see this above on the 300H. So this is the first generation hybrid NX, 59.1. We have the NX350H at 56.9. The RX450H Plus at 56.9, and also the NX450H Plus 56.8. So I don't know why the NX and the RX is off by 0.1, but roughly they're really the same. So if you look at the plug-in hybrid and the hybrid, the resale value after 5 years is actually the same. NX350H and the NX450H Plus is really the same. The NX450H Plus is actually more expensive, so when you look at it, you probably lose more value, but overall, it keeps the value quite well. Follow me on Instagram at LSFTvideos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. Plug-in hybrids. So we have here Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 72.2 with the plug-in here 69.5, Crosstrek plug-in 68.9, RAV4 Prime is 65.6, and we have the Dodge Hornet plug-in 60%. And in the luxury plug-in hybrid, so the Lexus RX 450H Plus 56.9, we have the NX 450H Plus 56.8, we have the Mercedes GLC plug-in 50.5, the Porsche Cayenne plug-in 49.3, and then we have the Alfa Romeo Tonneau 47.8. So from a plug-in standpoint, I think you would not go wrong getting the RX or the NX. I haven't seen the TX, it's not on this list. Maybe we'll have to look at, are they on the list here or not, because they just came out and I'm not sure if they have it or not. Continue down, so the most resale value electric SUV. All right, so Toyota BZ4X 57.3. People aren't too pleased with it, but they still keep the resale value. Mazda MX-30, 53.5, the Kona Electric, 51.6. We have the Subaru Solterra, essentially the same car, but again, from a brand perspective, I don't know why it's dropped 6%. 51.3, and we have the Kia Niro EV at 50. Then we have the luxury. Okay, an argument is Tesla a luxury vehicle, but it's in the luxury end. We have the Lexus RZ 450e at 48.6. So the cousin is still, again, it goes down more. Tesla Model Y 46.6, Model X 44.8, the Volvo XC40 Recharge 43.3, and the Mercedes-Benz EQB at 41.5. So you can see definitely electric cars are losing more value compared to the plug-in hybrids and the gas-only vehicles. All right, so then 7-seaters. So we have the Grand Highlander, Sequoia at 65, 60, 60, Tiguan 58.7, Durando 57.5. And on the 7-seater hybrid, we have the Highlander, Grand Highlander, Sequoia, CX-90, and the Santa Fe. So from 61 to 51%. We come down to the luxury 7-seater. So here we do have the TX 350, 56.7, GX 460, 56.7, RX 350L, 56.3. We have the LX 600, 54.7, and the Acura MDX at 48.5. Then we have the 7-seater Resale hybrid. So you can see there's only 3 in the list, so they haven't looked at the TX hybrids yet. I think later on we will probably see it, but at this point, there's not a lot. And I expect if the TX, like the plug-in hybrid or the hybrid, it will go higher in this, and most likely you would see they'll change. So number 1, MDX hybrid 44.4, Volvo XC90 plug-in 41.5, and the XC90 Recharge 40.8. So now, after talking about resale value, let's look at brand reliability. So you can see here, number 1, brand reliability for a used car, so a car between 5 to 10 years old. And we can see that Lexus is number 1 at 75%, or 75 rating. I don't know what the percentage is here. Number 2, we have Toyota with 72, and then you can see there's an extreme big gap between number 2 and number 3. Mazda, another Japanese model brand, 59. So 59 to 72. That is a big gap there. Then we have Acura with 57, Honda with 55. So the top 5 are Japanese vehicles. So the first domestic is Buick, 47, with BMW and Subaru at 46. We have Nissan, which is 45, Mercedes at 43, Cadillac, Mini, Lincoln at 42, Volkswagen at 41, and then we start seeing the other ones. So the Volvo 40, Audi 39, Hyundai 38. So Hyundai's very good at new cars, but when it comes to reliability of 5 to 10 years, we're actually quite down on the list. Chevrolet 38, Kia is also 38, Ford 36, GMC is 36, Ram 35, Jeep is 32, Tesla. So after 5 to 10 years, Tesla is at 30, Dodge is 28, and Chrysler's at 27. So what they're saying is, what we see here is, these are used cars for 5 to 10 years, which means it could be the previous generation. So even when you look at it 5 years, meaning the second generation NX is not on this list. That is why probably that's much higher, right? People haven't complained about issues with the NX because of the 12-volt battery or other issues. And that's probably why you can see higher rankings. And that's why they're saying that these cars are in a different generation, because there are older batteries or older vehicles. So we can see here, they're saying that, like, for example, Tesla, completely different from new to used. Mini is also the same. Mini's 12 here, but in the 2024 ranking, Mini ranked number 3. So you can see currently they're ranked 3 in brand new, but as used vehicles, they're ranked number 12. Because again, they haven't really changed their model, because then over like 5-10 years of refining, making fixes, they actually are now more reliable. So similar, Tesla's the same. Like, they're mid-pack, number 14 out of 30 in new cars, but here they're number 24. They actually gone down on old technology, like on the older Teslas, because again, they brand new came out the Model 3, the Model Y, and then it was unproved technologies back then with the Model S, 5 to 10 years ago, and that's why they had not as good reliability. So now with the newer vehicles, they're actually a little bit better. All right, so that's what they have on this list, and I'm going to go and peek into the Lexus. Unfortunately, I cannot share a lot of details because you actually have to sign in to actually get information from consumers reports, and I don't want to get complaints from them saying that I'm leaking their information, but I'll describe what I see. Okay. So looking at the NX, okay, so in Consumers Report, they did have reliability information about the NX gas and the NX hybrid. I'm assuming the hybrid includes the plug-in hybrid and the hybrid. The NX is probably the NX 250 and NX 350, and in the previous generation it's the NX 300, and the NX hybrid in the previous generation will be the NX 300H. So when we look at the reliability information that we see in the Consumers Report, what I would say is the reliability rankings of the 2020 model year is the best for the NX hybrid. For the gas-only NX, it is the 2020 and 2021, and it goes south a lot in the new generation. For the gas, okay, 250 and 350. From an owner satisfaction perspective, it's also very similar. The first generation, second generation, it's very similar. And then when we look at the driving experience, the 2023 seems to be good in that area. Compared to 2021, it's also good. And then when you look at 2023 NX gas only, comfort is actually good as well. It's actually better than the first generation. So then we talk about the NX hybrid. The 2020 was actually a good year. And when you look at the 2022, the redesign, it's actually better than the first generation. Okay, so 2022 and 2023, they're both good years, and they're actually better than the previous generation NX. So that's what I see in the report. But again, I cannot show it on the screen because it's a paid subscription that we have to be fair. And then if we look at the RX is something similar, got refreshed in 2023. And overall, when you look at the chart, it hasn't been dropped that much. So overall, the RX is actually a very good vehicle, even with the recommendation of it being a good and reliable vehicle. So quickly, the final thoughts. Looking at the consumer report, it actually says that the older generation seems to be a little bit better, but the hybrids of the new ones are actually good as well. But then when you look at the resale value of the older NX seems to be higher than the newer ones. If you look at it, NX 300, 61.5%, the hybrid is 59.1%. But when you look at the new generation hybrid, it's only 56.9 and 56.8 on the 450h Plus. The gas models are comparable, but the hybrids don't seem to be holding their value as much. So what do you think? If you're in for an NX, are you going to buy the first generation or are you going to buy the second generation? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? For me, I don't have any regrets getting the NX 450h Plus, and I know that one of my viewers is going to say that his F Sport 3 is the best resale value, and it's very limited out there. So maybe that could bring up the value of the NX 450h Plus, but then I know some folks will say these are overcomplicated vehicles. The NX 250 is the most proven example. There's always value and there's always truth to everything what we believe into. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? And do you think that getting the first or second generation is the better? I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.